No, the lighting isn't that bad. The lighting isn't that bad. Okay, so the lighting isn't that bad. It's pretty like gloomy outside because it's like a rainy day. It actually, that little light made my skin glow. So yeah, it's probably gonna get dark soon because it's like 4 o'clock now and I'm in the car and it gets dark now because it's cold outside. Yes, I am wearing a blanket because if I turn the car on, it's gonna be loud and I'm cold as fuck. But you know, I wanted to attempt to do my second Hotbox in this car because last time I had to run off on the plug. No, I had to leave the area I was in. So I grinded my weed up and everything and I'm finna roll. This is also going to be me telling y'all how I feel about these hemp wraps and teaching you guys money manifestation. I'm going to tell you the story of how I personally manifest money. We're going to talk about how I've manifested going from being a worker to an entrepreneur, okay? Hating working for other people to living the life that I love, basically, right? Okay, so I started YouTube maybe like 3 years ago. That is my business. I have a business on YouTube. I have a tarot business. I am a reader. I help people heal. I help them grow. And I tell them things that are detrimental to get to the next step in life. And I am also a love doctor, basically. So it's usually I help them in love, but it's just all of life for me because I don't want to be just known as somebody who does love readings. But yeah, that is what I do now, and it took me a good little minute to get there. A lot of stress, a lot of frustration, and the way that it started was, you know how jobs go. You work there for a good little minute and then you get to a certain point where it's like, y'all are trying to overwork me and I don't necessarily want to be here that much, so you got me fucked up, okay? Very frustrating when you don't necessarily want to be somewhere and they try their hardest to overwork you even though you don't fuck with them. Just picture someone that you don't really fuck with like that trying to tell you what to do, or someone's telling you to do something that is not necessarily going to help you or benefit you and you have to do it. Like, of course it benefits you within your everyday check, but does it really benefit you in life? Okay, because one thing I want to say about manifesting money and the way we look at work and the way to gain money, this is a lesson right now, is that we have to learn that just because we're working does not mean that we are growing. And we're working, but we're not working for anything for ourselves when we work these regular jobs. I'm speaking to people that are like me, that knows that being in a 9-to-5 position is not where they want to be, that knows that they're meant for something more. It doesn't mean that it's something wrong with working a 9-to-5. It doesn't mean it's something wrong with anybody who succeeds in the working class, because I feel like that is that person's destiny if they do succeed. It's the thought of, let's say someone who come from the trenches, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who come from the hood, somebody that's never had a real job in their life. All they know is the streets and going in and out of jail. They finally get out of jail, get them a good job. Their managers love them. They're getting promoted. This is the best time they've ever had of their life. They are finally happy. But that person had to get to a point in order to have just that job. Like, that person had to grow in order to get to a place of peace. That job is someone's peace, okay? Because we all know them old ass people at them jobs be taking that shit so serious and they hate a young nigga coming in there doing well, okay? Every 9-to-5 I've worked, the old people have hated me. They talk down on me, all kinds of things. It's weird. They be like, oh, I remember a joke, like, they be like, oh, she ain't gonna last. Okay, bitch, I'm not trying to last. I'm just trying to get a couple of dollars and get the fuck out of here, all right? I don't want to say we, because I don't want to feel like I'm part of the younger generation, but I feel like we are a group of people that hate the idea of working for someone else, and we forget that we need stability in life. We don't want to work for people, but we can't go throughout our life being some broke bum-ass bitches and having our responsibilities fall on everybody else. So make sure no matter what you do, you take care of your responsibilities. A part of me being so good at manifesting money is the fact that I always just be happy with my bills being paid. Like, I honestly don't worry about manifesting money as long as my bills are paid and I got some weed. You know, like I have my vice, my one vice that's not unhealthy, and I would never go and just buy weed if I don't have the money to as well. So that way I can make sure it doesn't turn into some sort of weird ass addiction that's holding me back. Yeah, I really only smoke after I've gotten shit done at this point in life. But that is a part of me manifesting money. I don't necessarily chase or need money. It comes to me. And a part of the reason that it comes to me is because I'm not worried about it. It's just like trying to be with a nigga that keeps running from you. The moment you don't want him no more, he's going to chase you because you're not worried about him. So baby, don't chase the bag. Let the bag chase you. That does not mean be lazy. That does not mean be lazy. Because another thing is that, you know, I don't necessarily chase clout. I don't necessarily chase a bag, but I am in my bag. Okay, I am taking action to make sure I'm making the money, getting the stability so that I don't have to work for someone else. And I was doing this at one point. I was doing this while working for someone else. That is part of money manifestation. I don't care what your job is. You need a side hustle. I finally make a check from YouTube, actual YouTube. At this point, my side hustle is my personal readings. I don't have to read people's tarot cards outside of YouTube because I make a bag from YouTube at this point. I just started making a bag from YouTube, but I make a bag. It's not a big bag. It's not a big bag, but I'm still working to get it there. And at this point, at one point, YouTube was the side hustle and my 9-to-5 was my job. And now YouTube is my job and tarot card is my side hustle. But it's a job that I love. It's not a job, it's a career. You see, at one point I was working a job with a side hustle and my career was my side hustle. And now I have a career with a side hustle. Amazing. You also need to invest as well. If you want to manifest money, you have to be willing to invest in your dreams. Like, you have to be willing to invest into the things that you wouldn't necessarily find important. Like me, I had to buy a camera at one point in time. And the fact that I bought this expensive ass camera, I'm about to use it to my full extent. I've had this camera for a good little minute, but I knew that I needed it in order to succeed in the YouTube world, because on my other channel I really just use my phone, in which I need to go back over here and upload another video working while I'm working. Another thing about YouTube, if you want a YouTube channel, you're not gonna grow unless you are consistent. That's something that I know, and I know a lot of people love me, and I know if I stay consistent on this channel that it will be possible. The reason that I was, first of all, I just want to let y'all know these come unrolled already. Like, you don't have to break them down, they come broken down. Working while I'm building, I don't see this as work. Building while I'm building, you know, creating while I'm creating. It's never ending. You never stop. You never I would like to say invest most of your time into your craft if you can afford that. But if not, you need to invest at least 20% to 30% of your time into your craft. Out of the time that you have between your craft, your regular job, and whatever you do for hobbies. Like, I don't really go out much and stuff like that. I'm all work and no play now. Of course, I let myself play sometimes as a reward, but for the most part, we're in the middle of a pandemic and I'm really trying to build an empire. So I feel as though when I am ready to play, I can play later. You know what I'm saying? I've come to the conclusion that if I want to keep money, I can't be going out all the time. That's another thing about money manifestation. You have to be able to keep and save your money. Okay, you should only be spending money on things that you can invest into your career to help it grow. All right, if you're going out with your friends every weekend and you know you got to eat something, you know you got to get some weed, you know you got to get some liquor, then maybe you should not be going out with your friends. You also need to surround yourself with people who are also go-getters, or other niggas that's in their bags, other niggas that's chasing a bag, period. Okay, it's very inspiring and motivating to be around someone and both of you are doing work. Like, you can enjoy each other's company, but both of you are putting effort into your craft, and not on some type of tip where you're overworking yourself. But 9 times out of 10, if we are working on a craft, that is something that we enjoy, and once you put effort into it, it's not going to be work. That's the thing about work. If you are building something for yourself that you know you genuinely want, it's not going to be work. Hey, good shit. No, but you know, it's not going to be work. It's going to be your craft. It's going to be something that you love doing. It's going to come secondhand to you, secondhand nature to you. These Rellos also come with the tip. I don't know if I want to use the tip today. I don't know how I feel about the tip. I'm gonna have my tips sticking out. I will say it pissed me off, because it didn't piss me off, but I like to have roaches. Like, I enjoy my roaches, and you can't enjoy a roach if the bottom of the blunt is a filter. I'm cutting this little extra. Fuck, I dropped some weed again. I'm cutting this little extra piece off because I don't like how long it is. Like if I was rolling a wood, yeah, I'm pulling this little extra piece off because I don't like how long the hemp wrap is either. I went from working to Little Caesars. I was out of a job for a while. I found myself out of a job a lot because, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm out of a job, when I don't have money, you guys, I'm depressed. And it's not about not having money, it's about not being able to take care of my bills and responsibilities. You guys need to really understand that, honestly, the only thing we genuinely need money for is as a benefit to help us grow physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, you need money to put food on your table. You need money to keep your bills paid. You need money to put into your business, but don't ever let money consume you as a person. That's why I keep stressing to you guys that the best way to manifest money is to truly focus on yourself and your growth rather than the actual chasing of the bag. Because the way it happened for me is that I kept finding myself out of jobs, right? Because I didn't want to be there. So I would quit, or it would get too stressful. I've gotten fired maybe like 2 times. Either way, it was obvious to me, you're not meant to work a job. It never works out for you. You always get into it. You know how many times I've almost fought like a manager or something? Like, I always got into it, even when I wasn't trying to. I done almost fought a customer. I didn't want to fight the bitch. The bitch wanted to fight me. That's another story time though, okay? I think I should do that as a story time. I'm that person that goes to a job and be there for like 3 months. I left Publix on the first day on my lunch break. I went on lunch and I had a horrible anxiety attack in the car, and I was like, I'm not going back in there, and I took my ass home. I really got a Hotbox, so let me roll this. It don't take much to roll this either. I will say one thing about this is once you lick it, that's it. You can't, once you lick this bitch is sealed. That's probably annoying if you want to change your blunt up a little bit, like if you want to fix it or adjust it, but for the most part, it worked yesterday. It'll do today. Like, if I'm gonna roll this thick ass beat, I might as well roll the wood. It's not really thick. It's a little thick. You see the weed falling out? They give you a little stick to help that not happen. You see? Or for you to push your weed back in, or this is what the Rello be sitting on, this little stick. But yeah, a lot of weed fell out, but I'm not gonna put it back in. I'm gonna just take that off. Now see, this has a weird effect to me, like a weird cooling effect, and I think it's the CBD. Is that what it's called? CBD? I wasn't meant to work a job. So the fact that I knew I wasn't meant to work a job in my life, it really put me in a bad place, because then I became irresponsible, right? Just because you know that you're meant for more does not mean that you can push your responsibilities off to the side or push them on other people, or just assume they'll get better and everything will fall into your hand. Because the thing about me is that what I learned when I've done other people's readings as well is that I'm telling myself, you're meant for more than this. You're meant for better. This is not for you. But at the same time, what else are you doing? What else do you have? What makes you better than this environment? What makes you better than being here where you are? Nothing. Okay, then bitch, you can't say that you are meant for more than this or you're better than this, because you're not proving that. You're not showing that. And I would just be at these jobs and I would hate it. I would get so much anxiety and I would just leave. And it got to a point where I had to find a job that would be suitable enough for me until I was ready to quit. Okay, something that I could handle, I could hold on to until I was ready to go. I've worked at Walmart twice. I think I've said that before. And the second time that I went back was around the time that I was finally dedicated to getting a job and keeping it as I build myself up. At that point, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do YouTube. I found an interest in tarot, and I was growing on a spiritual level. So of course, me growing spiritually helped me come to the realization of my own problems. This shit burns fast. That's another thing. Oh, I didn't even show y'all what I had rolled. I didn't even, ooh, don't look at my fingers, baby. Don't look at, I didn't even show y'all what I had rolled. Do y'all see that? It's burning quick though. Do you see that? It's burning quick. And once I got a job that I could handle and that was for my stability, like Walmart, I was working overnight. Nobody got to be around me. I don't have to really talk to managers. I can just stock and do what I want to do. And then I can do my readings in the morning when I got home. It was perfect. It was perfect. Do YouTube in the morning when I get home, right? Go to sleep, do it all again the next day. I was doing that for about 3 months. I was doing that for about 3 months, and the only reason I ended up leaving that job is because I ended up getting married, which also helped aid me when it comes to money manifestation. But I believe that has something to do with the fact that that's a part of my money manifestation. Like, I've never been in a relationship with anybody who was not financially, you know, well. Not while they was with me. Like, I be in relationships with people that could take care of me. Just by mistake. So much love. We're still good friends even though we're not together anymore. And that helped. That aided me. And the thing about that part is people can hear me say that, well, you know, you had help along the way. You didn't build your business by yourself. But even before that, I even denied help because I had a whole channel, a whole layout, and I had stripped it because it was not true to what tarot really is. It was like too spunky, too not serious. It wasn't really like, I'm a healer. This is not serious enough for me to be a healer. I was trying to do 2 different YouTube channels in one, doing stuff like this and tarot. And I was like, I have to build this on my own because someone else was helping me build it. That was like a year, or that was at least a year before I got married. So I had already had my channel. I had already had at least 4K subscribers. So I did this, okay? The hard part, I did that shit by myself. I'm like, oh, what you been doing? Working? Oh, you got a job? Like, people really say that to me. And that's another thing. Stop trying to convince people that their life's work is not a job. They don't want it to be a job. No, I don't have a job. I have a career. Don't make somebody feel bad because they don't have a job. Just like you wouldn't want nobody rich to make you feel bad for working your 9 to 5, you don't want to make another person feel bad for not having a 9 to 5. Because a lot of us growing up has to do with, well, who do you want to be when you grow up? And a lot of us don't motherfucking know. But that's the point of life, though. The point of life is for you to grow and figure out who you truly are without anybody else's voice in the equation. And people take that away from us from birth. Like telling us what we can and can't do, telling us what's expected of us, and telling us the standards of life. Like, everybody needs to have a 9 to 5 with the benefits. You need to have a retirement plan. But what if I'm the person that can create the retirement plan for somebody else? We need those people as well. We need both. We need a balance. So no one should bash the other, and everybody should be considerate. Because I know there's a lot of parents and a lot of people nowadays don't believe in working these jobs. A lot of people want to be an entrepreneur. And it's a lot of people the people around them don't believe in them. Like, they just throw their dreams away because everybody around them is not believing them. I hate it takes $0 to share your friend's post ass nigga. People are not gonna share shit if they don't like it or if they don't care for it. That's just it. You are the same way. Everybody is. I'm not gonna support someone just because they're my friend. I'm going to support my friend just period, regardless. I'm that kind of person. But if something is not adhering to me, it don't resonate with me, I might not pay attention to it. And if you get an attitude about that, then you need to go and work on yourself before you even try to get into building a business. Because if you're already insecure about your business before you even start, it's not going to go anywhere. I had to get on YouTube. I had to talk to the rest of the world, not the people around me, to believe in me. The people around me started really, everybody that's not like my mama, my Cloud, like everybody that's not like the people that's been close to me forever, like my family basically, Niggas didn't start hopping on my train until 10K. The person that somebody that I really cared about, I could just tell that they were just like, ew, this is what you're gonna do. Like, okay. And it did hurt at first, but I'm not finna force you people to support me. We all living in the same predicament. We all on the same level. No, I want them up there to see me. I want the world to see me. I'm not trying to get you to see me anyway. Because just think about it, right? If you working out, you're not going to see results until after everybody else do. Until somebody else say, damn, you fine. Right? But the time that you're working out, nobody knows that you're in the house working out when they're calling you a fat bitch. They don't. Like, they just see where you're at. They shouldn't be calling you a fat bitch regardless. But that's just an analogy. It's stuff like that. Like, people don't see shit until it's amazing, and that's just how it is. Be amazing at what you do. Believe you're amazing at what you do, and people will see how amazing you are. I had to wait till I got to 10K for the people around me to support me the way that I would have needed before I had 10K. Like, I don't need you to share the fucking post now, nigga. It's already motherfuckers watching it. I needed you to share it when nobody was watching it, but I didn't need you to. I didn't really care for you to, but that would have been a more appropriate time, correct? Sometimes you don't need the voices and approval of the other people around you because it's not for them to have a voice in your situation. If you're growing in your everyday life, doing what you have to do, discovering who you are, who's true to you, you will eventually discover what your passion is, and your passion will lead you to success as long as you believe in it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Believe in what you want to believe in yourself and grow. As long as you're growing, it can only lead you to success. That is not just money. Success is not money. Success is wealth, health and wealth. Okay. And with wealth comes money, because money is needed to keep you going. All right. So the more you're doing what it takes to get where you want to go, the more the money's going to come, right? This is all right. I could switch out for this. It's kind of minty because of the CBD, but it's just really thin, and it gets like stuck too easy. Like, it wraps way too easy.